Hi, baby. It's 11 p.m. now, and I'm feeling so sleepy and tired. Remember that with ADHD, some days you feel like you're not productive, and it's okay. Um, the main thing is recognize your symptoms and understand the difference between anxiety, which level, there's so many different levels. ADHD is same. Some days are better than others. I guess we need to learn to accept that, it's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Life is not meant to be perfect, and it's okay. Um, so let's get into it, shall we? Today we're talking about the management of ADHD and anxiety, the daily toolbox. Again, the daily survival toolbox for anxiety and ADHD. Yay, we got it. Okay, first up, we're going to talk about starting the day right. And I don't mean like get out of bed on the right side. No. With okay, I find that maybe you're different, but for many intuitive, highly sensitive people, we need to start the morning not slowly, but at our own pace. Do you find that it's so hard so tiring to get up in the morning, and then sometimes our brain doesn't get fully wakened until about 11 or 12? So yeah, plenty of rest the night before, and prepare things in advance, like make a plan for the next day and know what you're going to wear. That's why a lot of us choose to work from home, even though it's more stressful seeing all the mess. But to work in an office environment, it's just it's not like how the setup and the way that we have to function according to like racing against the clock is just super um, you know stressful, plus meeting a lot of people is very draining. So first of all, number one is start the day right. Morning routine, we're talking about, super important. And for me, the thing that gets me out of bed is to look forward to a quiet moment with myself and making a cup of tea and sit there, and I need to do some stretching on the floor, and then I will start writing, just jot down in my journal, either it's just 3 points for the day, or just, if I have worries and things, I learn to journal down my feelings and what goes through my head, so that it's down and not in my head, down on paper. So you need to have a routine, and maybe I will share my morning and daily routine and my productivity hacks later. So first of all, we have a morning routine, or wake up properly, like you work this out for yourself. Number two is stretching. Can't live without it. Like, what stretching is, on the floor for a minimum of half an hour to 40 minutes. Do normal stretches, then yoga stretches. Without doing this, I feel like a car engine without oil and lubricants. I just feel so rusty, so I can't move properly, I can't think. I need to activate my engine. I don't feel human. I can't start working unless it wasn't so bad before, but you know, um, it's not just because we're getting older. It's because um, it's a very grounding work for anxiety, and with ADHD, um, the more relaxed you are, the more the calmer and the more organized you will feel. So So we're talking about stretching, but that's not all. Every single day I will include a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes of walking outside so you can get some fresh air, you get that sunshine on your back. Um, just walking the movements will jolt your system, make the blood flow. It feels really good to have not just your blood flowing, but your chi, your energy, all the centers activated and give you optimum. You really like that engine is quite sensitive, so you really need to give it all you got, like optimize it by doing all these things. And then that's not all. You need to be swinging your arms as well as doing um, shoulder squeezes and rotations, like um, because ADHD we overthink. We are creative people. We think so many, probably 2 or 3 times. I must say, like more than neurotypical people, and it's so many things like are active in here. That's on the outside we seem to be slow and clumsy to other people, but that's because we're thinking so much things going on in here. It consumes a lot of energy, right? See, talking fast and so many things are going on. If we speak slowly, like thoughts just get popping up, and then if you don't catch them, you lose them as well, and then you just forgot what the thought was as well. So lots of different movements to get the tension out and just open up this area. Christine, remember, like you have this thing on your shoulder, and that's because so much stress and so much tension and so much anxiety you carry, plus that weight. So it's really, really important for you, darling. You know, I'm not around to give you massages and you keep on sitting for a long time and not looking after your body properly. Your body is your temple, it's precious. You need to maintain to it's sacred. You need to look after it. If you don't value your body, you keep abusing it, you're gonna feel it. Okay? That's the consequence. So do look after yourself, please. And so we have talked about waking up properly with a nice routine, waking up, you know, not like rushing around, and bring your lunches. Make lunch the night before. Eat properly, not junk food, not food from here and there, highly processed food, fast food. The Western world, just thinking about it gives me like stress. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is structure and routine. Super important for ADHD, people with ADHD and anxiety. Like, if you have structure, even just I will share my journal diary. I do time blocking and I use, I don't know, preferably not the phone, but you have to use it every single hour. Get up, Give yourself a little break, 5 minutes to breathe. Have a sip of water. Move. Don't just sit there all the time. Structure every morning. If I can't think of anything, if the day is so bad, level 3, jot down 3 things. What are 3 things? Eat at least 2 meals. Of course, we need to have 3 meals, but sometimes we forget. And just 3 things you need to do. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that I must need to get done today in order to move forward? If you have 5 assignments, you can only do one at a time, so pick one. And then don't be over ambitious, over plan, and then stress yourself out. That's the worst thing you can do. So and I regularly revise, eliminate my bad habits, and every month I will cultivate a new habit, or have a new routine and act on it. It's your life, how you want it, then you need to take action and plan accordingly. So don't just leave it up to the gods, or I hope you get well enough to think these things through and implement them ASAP, because you deserve happiness, you deserve a good life. Okay, the next thing is tapping and mantras. Honestly, mantras, the beginning of my recovery journey. I recited affirmations and looked them up on YouTube, but mantras are more important for people with anxiety. For example, okay, let's talk about tapping first. What is tapping? It's called ETF technique. So tapping for anxiety, for all kinds of things, like self-love, for trauma recovery, to manage your all kinds of things, disappointment, anger, release, stress, reset our subconscious. So I really want to demonstrate tapping properly and show a whole process, because it's not like I just tapping is when we tap on our meridian points, but the simplest thing we can do, points here, you can do it when you feel tense, anxiety, you tap here as well. There are so many points, 20 points in the body or something, but I will show that properly. So I promise you it will release stress. And then the other ones, some people have stress ball. Sometimes I use a one of those squeezy things. So I'm sure you know a few other effective techniques. So yeah, you can show me what you do. Comment below. Alright, I promise that video is coming. Okay, I do it, but when I have to show it to somebody, I want to do it properly, because otherwise you don't understand it, and then you go, what's this? So okay, enough sleep is a must, but we're talking about the daily essential survival toolbox. So please go sit under a tree, get enough sunshine, and Maybe if you want to feel um, relieve that anxiety, just have pop some chewing gum or something in your mouth and chew it. When you're chewing, your brain thinks like you're eating, you're chewing, so you can't be in danger, because anxiety is our system trying to, it's trying to protect us. Our brain's trying to protect us, but when it's like when we're not in real danger, but it's doing that, then um, it's not good, is it? So um, and a little bit tired. I need to take a bit of a break. Um, Taking medication might help. Like for me, I have completely gone off Valdoxan. That's for serotonin. When I went overseas, I took my parents to the hospital, spoke to the doctors. I didn't like. I have quite given up on medication because I don't know where to go to get it, because in Australia the wait is a bit long, and to get diagnosed for ADHD, it's even the process is a little bit longer. Um, so I was thinking I'm going to manage it naturally, but honestly, this doctor, she was so nice, and I didn't even have like an appointment to see her, but she prescribed me a new medication, and I looked it up properly, and it's for managing anxiety, and it's awesome. It helps so much with focusing as well, because when obviously when you're more relaxed, you can focus and concentrate better as well, you know. And that is not even like ADHD medication. So look, you need support, honey, and you need to educate yourself about the symptoms of each. Some days it can be like, when it's more severe, it's so different to when it's like level 2 manageable, and then level 1 is different. But you can't leave this and not do anything about it, because the longer you leave it, there are serious consequences with untreated, undiagnosed. You know, it's not as scary as it is, baby. Once we understand it, we can manage it, and we can be on top of it, and we can live a very normal, functional, and happy life. Okay, it's highly manageable. Anxiety, everyone gets them. It comes and goes. Maybe more frequently amongst creative people. Like I said, you are given the gift of creativity. You know, this is not something to be taken for granted. You can do so many things with it. It's a powerful gift if you know how to harness it. But it's all about like mindset, how you think about it. If you feel about it as a burden, I promise you're gonna be miserable. But if you think that you're lucky to be bestowed with these talents and skills, and you're gonna harness it, you're going to do use it for good, do something with it for your life, and even elevate your life with it. A lot of people wish to have this, but they can't have it, and you are gifted with it. So there's no point in complaining about things. It just shifts the way we think, how we view our life, view the world, view, like, if we're coming from a place of appreciation and gratitude, then automatically you're like at least 50-60% happier. I can't put a number on it, but I feel that there's more habit of, you know, thinking the in a way that is helpful, you know. And why shouldn't you be like happy doing this, doing YouTube? Look, at the right time in our life, we will pick the right the choices that are the most suitable for that time. And but you have to experiment. It has to go through trial and error to know exactly what you want. And once you have done enough of those, you will realize what it is that you want the most. And usually it comes back to what you love when you were still a child, a teenager. Okay, so yeah, this video is not done. I'm just going to take a bit of a break. Okay, I need to add something with the mantra. Okay, so under mantra, this is how it works. So when you do your tapping, ask yourself, assess, are you safe right now? Am I in a safe environment? If it's yes, then say to yourself, I am safe. I am safe even though I have these feelings. It's trying to protect me, and thank you for doing that, but I am safe. And then keep on tapping for around 1 or 2 minutes. Along with that, doing that, we do breathing. So when, often I have an anxiety attack. Sometimes you have panic attack, but yeah, let's talk about anxiety attack. It's like a sense of like a foreboding sense, like something really bad, really. It's like dementors are coming, and like it's like this foreboding feeling that, it's so scary. I know it's really hard. When it first happened to me for the first year, I didn't know what it was. I never had anxiety attacks in my life previously, like prior to this car accident and all these traumas and brain injury. So I didn't know about like panic attacks. The first time I had it, oh my god, I'm going to die. I'm having a heart attack. But it's a panic attack. It's really scary. If you have it for the first time and you don't know what the hell that is. Okay, but anxiety attacks, like your heart, sometimes you just feel like you're in psychosis. Yeah, your system just shuts down and you're very you look depressed. Sometimes like you look like you're about to faint. So you need to look out for the signs and symptoms and be able to identify them. So tell yourself that if you're safe, keep on tapping. It's going to go away soon. And then breathing. Deep breathe. Hold it. Count to 3. Breathe out. Count to 3. Deep breathe in. Count to 4. Keep doing that and gradually increase it to a count of 5. What we're doing is we're trying to slow our heart rate down, because in normal condition our heart doesn't beat too fast. When it beats fast, you feel danger is coming, Yeah, slow down. Still yourself, baby. So yes, that's what I would do. Practice this, and until it becomes like second nature to you, and you know, in your toolbox, in your handbag, in your repertoire, whatever you prefer to call it, take this seriously and start practicing it, because it's a difference between a life that is manageable, enjoyable, and over time, baby, you will forget about it, because your life will become so good that you don't have to use it. Okay. All right. So what we have covered was wake up nicely, nice routine. Do the stretching on the floor, incorporate with walking, sunshine, swinging arms and rolling shoulders. Make sure that this area is relaxed. Get all the tension out. Open up the chest area. Remember, you are loved, baby. Okay? You are safe. Because until you feel safe, you will be in survival mode and you can't be productive. And until you feel love, the love that you give yourself, you need to give yourself this love. No one else can. Then your relationships with yourself first will improve, and then relationship with everyone else will improve too. The world is a very beautiful and bright place, baby. It's not as scary as you think. I used to be so terrified because of anxiety. It's a very debilitating condition if left untreated and have no idea about the symptoms or understand how it develops from day to day and how it could get worse. With constantly educating myself, researching and implementing the strategies, taking my medications, my vitamins, my essentials, sunshine, fish oil, vitamins, D1, and a lot of other things that you know about. And self-love. Most of all, do not ever feel bad or feel guilty about having this, because sometimes things are out of our control. You cannot choose what condition you can have where you are born. Some people born in places that have no food or shelter. Some people born with no parents. Often life is super hard and challenging, but with self-love and with proper self-care, life is life improves dramatically. So I hope that after this video you can let a lot of things go, start implementing, practicing this, and take it seriously and do it each day. Try it out for 1 month, baby, and I hope you will love it and it will become second nature. I really want to see you happy and smiling. Some things are out of our control, but this you completely can control it. Okay? I love you, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care. Take good care of yourself, and good night.